Hello?
Hello.
Right, sorry Jensen, I was just checking that we were up and running. Let me just get the link over to the guys. Oh, and let me turn that down. Oops. And then we will have a little rundown of what's going on. So, good evening on our new Monday night stream. Myself, Chris and Jensen. Good evening, Jensen.
Good evening.
I just want to double check that we can both be heard on stream. I know I could hear, but...
Hold on. Testing.
I know I could hear, but... Yes, you are there, Jensen, just very quiet. So, let's have a quick rundown. So we're Otl Race 2 on the Limit Racing, Race 2 Austria, our new Monday night. We'll have a quick rundown of points, I think, before we get started. We've got some time to get that in. So, after Race 1, we had Envinelli winning at Monaco. He took 30 points. M. Bundy came second. He's on 26 points. Gingerbush third on 22. Surge Ps4 on 17. JD Savo 5th on 16. F1 Sophie P6 on 15. Ryan Cup P7 on 14. Rockin' Kid P8 on 12. SFR Officer Duffy on 11 and 9th. Majin 10th on 10. OTL Lienel on 9 and P11. Jelly Hayes P12 on 7. Mitch P13 on 6. Then we have GB13, K Parsley, Dr. Special Energy, Senna Martins, Green Meerkat and Matoman. No points scored. So we started off with a bit of a banger last week. The guys did. We were expecting high drama. Starting a league at Monaco never seemed in any way, shape or form, Jensen, the smart call. But the guys really delivered a pretty damn spectacle. It was an enjoy to watch.
It was an awesome race. Between everyone, of course. Coming out on top, of course, Envinelli. We didn't get to do an interview with him last week, so...
Which is a shame.
Yeah, it was a shame. He was going to be coming, but at the end of the stream, before.
So let me I'll readjust audio a little just to try and ensure that we can both be heard cleanly. I think it's maybe my game sound that was drowning you out a little, Jensen. How dare I? Shocking. So, Austria, a track of many corners and a lot of straight line speed. A track of few corners, I should say, and a lot of straight line speed. Who do you think goes into this evening favourite, Jensen?
I don't know now, because there's 20 drivers a full grid tonight, which is incredible. But after last week, got a few names already on there. Of course, last week's winner, Nelly. We also got Glock, showed a bit of pace. Few drivers coming through grid, Gingerbush, F1 Sophie, Surge. There's quite a lot of people. I could say it's quite a short track, so...
There's definitely some people last week that lost a chance of showing their real pace as well. I think Glock, Jelly, we never get a chance. I know these guys that do hold Surge as well, they can hold some strong pace in races, so they never get a full chance to really show their pace, and that's just the nature of Monaco. Hard circuit to get any overtakes done, although the guys probably got about between 20 and 30 overtakes done between them in that race, which was pretty impressive.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of good racing going on. There's a few little incidents that happened, but other than that, most overtakes in the race were done very cleanly. Your battles were done cleanly as well.
Excuse me. So I think it's go time. We have many green ticks and a timer on the screen. So, 80 minutes for qualifying. Top 10 will be parked firm to the tyres that whatever tyre they set the fastest lap on. They must start on that tyre to start the race if they're within the top 10. So that'll be one to watch. You may see some guys at Austria try for the medium. Depends what kind of pace the medium tyre shows, and then the guys that maybe not got the pace in the medium, it depends what pace they show in the soft tyre. So it'll be one to watch kind of at the halfway point of quali. You see kind of the judge the pace. I think though we could get somewhere in the region of maybe a high 2, maybe even a low 2. But I think majority of time somewhere in the 3s and 4s.
I reckon pole's going to be maybe high 2. I reckon not exactly the easiest place to have a lap.
No.
So,
It's a strange track. You don't want to sacrifice a lot of downforce, because sector, especially the last sector, it's not technical, but if you're lacking downforce it can get tricky, especially later into the stints, and this looks very dull to start. So maybe some of the guys saying good luck. Mad G, Pedro, K Pasley, have a good one. Yes, maybe somebody can give us a shout on the weather that's maybe watching the stream, the guys that know, so we can maybe tell him that it's watching, but that does not look appetising at all.
Looks like there's a Haas already.
Good luck for Mitch from Mike.
There.
So guys leaving the garage.
I think that's Glock, the first car out on track, so
and
he's
you are
out
spot on.
very early.
And on the medium tyre. So if there's rain coming, he's maybe thinking the track is going to be really cold as well. That's going to be one to watch. So it's going to take a little bit extra just to keep the tyres in the window.
Yeah, it's going to be probably one of the most interesting qualies and races we'll have. 20 drivers, of course, are going to be action everywhere.
Yes,
yeah.
And we will do our best to keep on top of as much as possible within our limitations. So pretty much an even split, I would say, there between the mediums and the softs so far.
I don't see Senna is not racing in the side.
Yep, I don't think Senna's on the grid. I think our next one round from Glock is going to be... It's not JB, so it could be Green Meerkat. No, Matoman then. Yes, it is, so it's going to be Glock by Matoman. So we'll jump on board from Glock. Shot lap. Braking here, probably around about the 80 metre mark. Take as much of that inside curb. He probably took a little less than he wanted to there.
Yeah, he went all the way around there and he didn't get onto the exit curb, and it's a 16-1.
It's not a bad sector, but he's went very deep at the hairpin. That's going to scrub time, and I think he's going to back out that lap. So we'll jump on board with Mattelman. He's our next man round on the medium tyre. He apexes the hairpin well. He's got good drive. DRS open. Blast now towards turn 3. And it's probably one of the trickiest corners on the track here.
Yeah, he's running into a bit of traffic. Hopefully they will notice him.
As they come round, the two Racing Point boys, I'm going to have to be very aware of a fast car. It's going to drag Matterman a little wind. It manages to not invalidate. It goes purple sector 2, he's on a good 145-1, not too bad. I think he's somewhere in the 104, 105s here. Which I think in the medium tyres, nothing to be disappointed with. He's going to get a small toe off these guys to the line, which might help the lap a bit as well.
A mid 104, I reckon.
Yeah, you're going to be right. 104.8. That's a good lap. Out the box from... And Glock does that 16.6, but he's going to be firing in another lap. So let's see if we can find... We've got Ginger Bush on board, our man in a soft, so we'll stay on board with Ginger Bush. He's just... last couple of corners.
GB13 goes
JD yeah, sorry, JD Sav on a 137, but that's in the soft compound tyre, so he's got some pace. Ginger Bush slots in P4. Oh, and we have Jelly slotting in P2 on a 104.5. Surge, I think, jumps in there in a 7.4 in the medium compound. Ryan Cut jumps in there in a 4.2 in the medium tyre, so time's really starting to fly in. F1 Sophie, I think, gets us selling a P3 and a 4.2. So many times coming in such a short period of time. Monday, we'll see if we can get on board.
He's on a very nice lap.
Oh, this is going to be in the threes. 104, dead. Very strong lap. Officer Duffy slots in P9 in the mediums and a 7.1. Glock goes into P3 and a 4.1. Second lap on that tyre, so maybe just not as hard as he wanted to push, but definitely should be happy with a 4.1. Let's see some of our guys. Green Meerkat to the line, goes P12, 6.4. We've got Mitch on track. We've got Mitch. He's maybe got some fuel on board, just getting used to the car under some weight.
Yeah, he's got some lines.
So I think most guys are either in the pits now or on an inlet. So first scalp to JD Savo on the soft tyre on a 3.7, M Bundy P2 and a 4.0, Glock P3 and a 4.1, Ryan P4 and a 4.2, Sophie P5 and a 4.2, Envy Nelly 6 and a 4.3, Jelly P7 and a 4.5, Mad G P8 and a 4.7, Matoman P9 and a 4.8, GB13 P10 on a 5.0, Rockin' Kid P11 on a 5.1, now P12. I think Doofy just shot himself up the grid.
Yeah,
and Mad G as well. Rockin' Kid improves as well, he takes his cell up. So guys going committing to a second run, some even the third on the medium tyre, and times are improving. So I'm just wondering if some guys have fuel on board and they're just getting their eye in a little.
Drivers like Surge at the moment, I think they're just going for a bit of race runs. They're not using any energy at all. They're just going around, and Surge improves again. He's just going for a few runs here, I guess.
So yeah, I think some guys got fuel in the car and just using the session to get their eye in. Doofy again, another 10th up, so he's finding time all over the place. So he's probably going to improve again. A 3-lap old medium though, is that a tyre you maybe? And yet he's going to dive out of that, so
you need to improve. Next time.
We've got Lee Nell's 2 tenths up through the middle sector as well, 10th and a half. See if he can carry the pace to the line. He'll see going to back out like the rest of the pack. And it looks like he's going to carry this to the line and improve his lap time. And he goes a 4.7 up to P12.
Yeah, good stuff from Lino.
Green Meerkat improves improves quite a bit, 1.5 seconds, but only gets himself up to P14 and a 4.9.
All very good times. Very close though. Look at the difference between 10th and 13th.
That's horrible. There is 3 guys literally on a 104.79. What the hell? What have we witnessing, Jensen?
Yeah. Adam just 1,000 ahead of Lino and 6,000 ahead of his teammate.
So a couple of guys out in outlaps. F1 Sophie out on a medium tyre. I think she done a first run on a soft, so she maybe feels like she can improve her lap time even on the medium compound. It would be a big lap if she gets that in. Very smooth through one. She's going to get a little cheeky toe.
Backed off. Got out of the way. Down in set 1 by 700. And Nelly in the final sector just seeing the yellow flag days, warming up the tyres.
So Sophie coming up to her second split now, and she's as near as makes no difference, 4/10 off the pace. So I wonder if she's maybe had a moment in the last sector and there is time to claw back. No, she's going in the pits. Nice to see the pit lane used officially as well.
Look at that. Lap
103.1. We missed that while we were watching Sophie there. 6.5 tenth gap. Yep, JD Savo looking for a big time.
Yeah, JD Savo is good.
He is. Yep. So I think you can pretty much get like 4 fast runs here if you got enough tyres.
That was a brilliant turn 1 by JD Savo though. I think
so we'll see if he's going to be up. He's looking for big gains, half a tenth up through sector 1.
It's a very nice sector 1. 15.8, and nearly improves by 3 tenths on the medium tyre.
4th flat. Bundy out on the soft tyre now as well, so he's looking to get himself up the grid.
This is looking like a very good lap. Bit wide there from JD Savo, 2 tenths up, bit wide coming into that section. You just need to.
How much time can he gain through the last couple of corners? He is going to improve, but how much or how close can he get to Glock to give himself some confidence in his last run of the session? And he goes a 3.5.
Yeah, so he doesn't really lose much time in the final set, so he lost a tiny bit, but not.
Pedro couldn't win a raffle in chat. That's a good point. He is probably really bad at them, Adam. Adam's just saying that Pedro couldn't win a raffle, and I do tend to agree. So, guys on outlaps, Ryan Cut, Sophie. I think most guys now are going to run the softs. Infinitely maybe stay for the medium, but I think by the look of the grid, most guys are going to be forced onto that soft tyre. Nice turn 1 for Ryan.
Yeah, he's looking for improvement here, and he matches JD Savo's sector 1, so. And then Bundy's coming through the final corner. This lap's looking really quick.
Half a second Bundy. Up, 3.5, yep. He's into P3. Him and JD Savo split by 1/100th of a second, so absolutely nothing between them.
Yeah, ready for Ryan Cut though. He's got this middle sector, and he's really attacking it. 5 tenths up. And Serge jumps up to P4 in his first soft flying lap, and look how close the 2nd and 4th are.
So Ryan Cut, I think, is going to slot somewhere into this between P3 and P5 mark if he gets the last 2 corners right. If he can find time in the last 2 corners, maybe a little higher. P2, yeah. 3.4. Found another 3 tenths in that last sector. 8 tenths up in his lap in the end.
You're going to notice how close 3rd and 5th are. These are fast laps. Well, these are hot laps.
Yes.
By these guys, and it's all so close at the moment.
There is absolutely nothing to split. I think even well, if you take in context, like, and there's Green Market
Meerkat.
just slotted. Oh yeah, Green Meerkat. I keep saying Green Market. That's terrible. Green Meerkat slotted into P3 and a 3.4. So
yeah, watch out for Nelly as well. He's on the soft tyres. Why do I say hard stuff? It's soft. Yeah, he's on the softs.
So Sophie improved. She went to a 3.5 on her lap, gets herself up to P7. Just that little bit closer to Sergi. She'll have time for another run if she's got tyres as well, so there is still time.
Here comes Glock in his outlap.
So let's go on board with a pre-pole sitter.
It's going to be a 102, I reckon, this. If he hooks this lap. But very nice turn 1. Up by 400ths. Such a tricky traction zone. He stays close to the inside. Short coming out of.
Really aggressive on throttling exit there, and the car just took off like a rocket.
Yeah, 4, he's coming to 6.
He's going to be up, 10th up. Can he breach the 2s? I thought maybe we would see a high 2 today.
Through 9 and 10. He's got to hit these corners. Cry out loud.
The speedy carries is tremendous. This is going to be in the twos. 2.993.
Wow.
Solid lap there from Glock. So Ryan Cut, Green Meerkat, JD Savo, Bundy, Surge. Even so, if they can all find just half a second somewhere, they get right on that time.
Nelly could be up there as well. He's midway through his lap from the middle sector.
Takes a lot of grass there. He's half a second up.
A lot of curb on the exit there through 8, now 9 and 10. Bit wide through 9, but it shouldn't affect him too much. He uses the curb in 10, and it's going to be close to
3.2. Solid lap there from Nelly.
Glock's not actually going to get away so easily in this race, I think.
No.
Looking at things.
Not as pre-predicted. Yeah, I would tend to agree there. Let's see some other guys. We've got some guys down the back. Dr. Special Energy. Pedro, I think, our lead man at the moment. No, we've got Jelly just coming through. He's on a slow lap. Pedro's backed out of his.
Dr. Special Energy. 3 tenths off in sector 1 on his previous lap time, so at the moment he's going to be jumping into the top 10, I think.
Stay on board as he comes through. Dr. Special Energy, a couple of tenths up in the last sector. Can he drop his cell into the 103s in the last couple of corners? Pedro doing his best to get well out his way in the pits.
Yeah, I think he's going to get maybe just a 3.
And he gets a 3.8, slots his cell in P12. But when you look at it, considering P12, and you say he's only 4 tenths away from being on a podium position, there is not a lot in it.
Matter man.
Maggi carrying tremendous speed in his outlap. That is, wow.
Ooh, he's gonna go for it now.
We have Gingerbush, I think he may come in.
I think he's gonna go for an attack lap, surely.
So we have.
No, he's coming in.
Oh, and Green Meerkat's gonna have dropped all his lap time there. He has a big moment through turn 1, so. Don't think he'll improve. I'll watch him up to the split, but I think he's going to be well down. Yep, 4 tenths down. It's going to be really hard to find that back. The guys all now. Look at this. QR cars coming out the pits. Oh my god.
Gingerbush is out of qualifying now as he falls into the pits. 18th. Gingerbush ain't the greatest. Grid starts. But who's going to get pole? Nelly could improve. Same with Ryan Cut and Green Meerkat, they're both on their laps. Green Meerkat's 5 tenths down.
Ryan is a couple of tenths up. So can he find time? He's got a couple of slow cars in front to the last sector. I hope that other car is not going to cost him any time here. They do well to get out each other's way.
So much attack through there. Really attack that.
He's going to get the low 3s, 3.1. He gets himself into P2. Got Nelly in his outlap, JD Savos, see how he's looking in sector 1, he's a 10th.5 down. Mad G, JB13, that he's had enough of the session. See Mad G at the second split coming up in a couple of corners time.
Glock's not going to improve, he's backed off his lap.
So Glock feels that the 2 is enough. Some guys, Eminelli can maybe get close to that. Still on board with Mad GC comes through the last, and Officer Duffy's lost the car. Not just in the pits.
Duffy and Surge both lose it.
Oh.
That.
And Mad G's in the pits. And we've got, Sir G.
Nelly's up by a 10th in sector 1.
So we'll go on board. As he comes barreling into sector 3.
He's a bit of a curb. Very close to the apex there. 10th up. It's going to be close.
So he needs to find a couple of tenths. If he can find just one more tenth, he's going to be absolutely on this for pole. Can he find it in the last couple of corners? Chucks it in, carries his speed.
Brilliant final sector.
Oh, he was really good through the last corner. Is he going to get it? It's going to be close. Oh, and he takes it just by 4/100ths of a second exactly. Nelly flings that Red Bull into pole. I don't think Surjeet's improving.
Nice.
And Rocket Kid got himself up to P5 on a 103.3. But Nelly takes the pole there by 4/100ths of a second on the very last run.
We got him for Brock. No, Block. Getting two names mixed up there.
Yes, my bad. So Nelly takes the pole, Glock P2, Ryan Cut 3, Bundy 4, Rockin' Kid 5, Green Meerkat 6, OTL Lee Nell 7, JD Savo 8, Surge 9, Sophie 10, Maggie 11, Jelly 12, JB 13th, Mato Man 14, Dr. Special Energy 15, Duffy 16, Pedro 17, Gingerbush 18, Blood and Sand 19, and Mitch P20. And that was a very, very close session. We have... I mean, there's hardly any time to choose between... I think it looks big because you say like 6 tenths in the top 10, but that 6 tenth at Austria is utterly eradicated because they all just sit in the toe. 15 drivers all in the threes.
15 drivers all within a second of each other.
Impressive stuff.
That just says enough for the race, doesn't it, though? Absolutely everyone is in for the win.
Yes, so really now, with 20 guys on the grid, it's about getting through turn 1 and even turn 2 here as clean as you possibly can. And, yep, hope for the best. The biggest thing I think me and you know best as well, DRS. The train here becomes pretty ridiculous.
Wow.
So, yeah, if you've got some early pace at Austria, I always feel like personally you should use it and try and get yourself up the road as far as possible. Once you break the DRS, it's a bit harder for a driver to come back at you. But if they stay in there, they're literally a threat for the duration they stay in that DRS zone. So Nelly, is that who took pole last week? Was it Nelly as well?
Nelly. No,
back to back
no. Actually, because Nelly went on the mediums last week. I'm pretty sure it was JD Savo.
Evening, Mitch. Oh, yeah, you're correct. JD Savo did. He did. Ryan McLaughlin says, big bottle, Glock. Yeah. I think you had time in the pocket there. Well, where did you feel, Glock, if you're watching, where did you feel you could have... What time did you have in yourself? A bit interesting to know what you felt. So no break like HOR, OTL are committed to just going for it. So Jensen, I'm going to leave them with you for 1 second while I grab a restroom before we race.
Okay. As Chris is quickly going to go to the restroom, so yeah. Oh, I think he's back already.
Oh, I'm back.
So, tyres, of course, top 10 all on the soft tyres, but we need to see who's on different tyres.
So that's an interesting one there. I don't know if you've seen that on the screen there, Jensen, but the game showed both 1 and 2 stop. So, could we see a 2 stop come into play? they call this soft, soft, medium, or a one-stop soft to hard. I think the two-stop could come into play if you see a safety car anyway. But it's like, if you feel there's going to be a safety car, do you want to run the hard tyre? I feel that only sacrifices some race pace. So, if you're pre-anticipating a safety car, I feel like you need to just pre-commit to the two-stop and don't use the hard, because it's not the tyre you want to use if you're doing a two-stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Chris, what would your predictions be? I
would probably, come the end of the race, it's a really tough one. I think Glock's going to have some pace.
Lost it.
I think Glock's going to have some pace, but it's just, is Nelly going to let him through early? How much will they push in that opening lap for track position, and then from there, I think if Glock gets out in front, he's going to be hard to catch, I think, Glock. But we'll see.
Yeah, but he has to break the DRS as well.
Yeah.
The thing is, we didn't get to see much of a battle for the win. Really, Nelly ran away with it, but there's not really much opportunity to run away here.
No.
As the times are so close, because DRS is going to be so hard to break.
So, the last car comes onto the grid for Otl Race 2 Austria. We should have lights any second.
Yep.
Sometime. No, there we go.
There they are.
5 lights. I'll let you get it, Jensen.
And away we go for the start of the race, and Nelly gets a good start, but Glock's getting tapped on the McLaren. He's spun. He's been spun by Ryan, I think. So, Glock's been sent all the way to the back of the grids.
Yeah, and Green Meerkat as well, sacrificed position there. Jensen sorry to jump in. He made a big dive bomb in the Ferrari into turn 1. Smacked his front axle of the car on it and just pirouetted round. Was never going to catch it.
That's a poor start for those two guys. It's really unfortunate for them. Hopefully they could come back at it, which I'm sure they probably will, but they have to go through the guys in front. And first lot of guys are on the harder tyres, and that's Mercedes G with 13 UK, and he's hit the wall and he's got damage.
So a couple of big incidents at the start. Glock losing out massively. Let's keep an eye on his recovery drive though. If he's managed to get no damage, he will start making his way back through the pack. Gingerbush gets through Pedro at the back of the pack. We've got Nelly followed by Ryan Cut, and for some reason it's shown me that Nelly's dropping down the grid. So my timing screen is just doing something funny. I am hoping that it will come back in a second.
That's it. That's it. Oh no. I know crossing sector 1 and the leaders are changing constantly now.
Oh no, I don't know what's happening. So I'm pretty sure it's Nelly followed by Ryan Cott, then Bundy, then Savo, then Jelly. So let's see how much our guys have gained. Jelly's up 6 positions from the start. JB13 for some reason is shown in P1, but that is certainly not the case.
Yeah. Good start from Jelly there, 6 positions.
We've got Gingerbush and Pedro gained a few positions. Gingerbush, Dr. Special Energy, Matoman gained 3. So I'm hoping that when they come back to the line at this time, it will rectify the timing sheets, because that's rather annoying. I think that's it now.
Yeah.
So I think this is our official running order. We've got Nelly from Ryan Cut, from Bundy, Sabo, Jelly, Surge, Lionel, Rockin' Kid, Mad G, Matoman, Sophie, Special Energy, Gingerbush, Pedro, Green Meerkat, Blood and Sand, Mitch, Duffy, Glock, GB13, and I think there was some action further back in the pack. A lot of guys jumping in the pit, so I think they've maybe got some wing damage.
Yeah, Glock has a bit of wing damage. Quite a lot of people in the pits.
So we've seen Matoman here, he's getting a run on Mad G. He's going to sling it to the inside, but Mad G's going to defend that outside line. Can Matoman get the run in this softer compound tyre? But Mad G fends him off, and that's going to put Matoman under pressure from Sophie. She's going to sling it and try and hang round the outside into turn 4.
Matoman's keeping it there.
Better tyre, Matoman's going to show she's going to have a better drive, and now she will have the inside line if she can keep the car beside.
Oh, it's going to be close, but
and she slots in behind. Dr. Special Energy now all over the back of that.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for Mad G to keep his tyres back. He's on hard tyres and he's lost his DRS.
So DRS is now enabled. We've got Ryan Cut only half a second behind Envinelli, and that gap is now going to start to close.
Nearly wanting to pull away the first lap.
Ryan runs very wide there, Tom, and the guys who need to watch that. Yep, and there's Surge picking up time penalties for multiple warnings.
Already. Very interesting. And Ryan.
So Ryan Cut now all over the back. I think Bundy's maybe just fell out of Ryan Cut's DRS range, so he's going to be under pressure from JD Savo as well. I don't think Surjeet's got any DRS in that group behind as well, but we'll stay with our top four for the next couple of laps and we'll see how this plays out a bit.
They end up fighting. Serge could jump into that battle. Same with Jelly as well. He might be a second behind Serge as well, but still getting more, I reckon.
So
Look at Mad G's. What is the matter, man? He's held on to 12 now. What might have happened? He might have had coming together maybe, but I don't know.
yeah, it's a strange one for sure. Somehow Green Meerkat after a big spin has got himself right back in the fight as well.
Renner have got special energy and he's lose position to Matoman.
There's a good battle here going on. He's going to sling it up the inside. Matoman's going to have to yield that corner. He'll try a cutback and drive. He's going to have the DRS. He's tucked right in behind. Get as much of that toe as he possibly dares. We'll go on board. Is he going to sling one down the inside? No, he's going to stick in the toe. Maybe not the time to be making big bold moves. That's a good shout. He is very low on the L's.
Look at not special energy on 90%.
Mad G low in the low 20s, but Sophie up in the 70s as well. So I think Dr. Special Energy and Sophie are just holding the pace back a little bit at the moment.
So if we're comparing energy, running down the top 10 on energy at the moment, Nelly with 70%, Ryan Cut with 35 at the moment, 60% well for M Bundy, 80% for JD Savo, 60% for Surge, 70% for Jelly.
And Envinelli and Ryan Cut having a battle now. Envinelli takes the position back. Ryan is going to be in the DRS. He's going to get a run here. Envinelli's going to have to defend as hard as it possibly dares. He's going to force him round the outside. He's going to keep the cars with it, but Ryan Cut, just drives round the outside. He's going to have the inside line for turn 5, and I think that's going to be job done. Nelly needs to stick in behind.
He's going up the inside.
Ryan needs to be aware of that. Oh, and he leaves the cars with, but he drives out the corner well. Good, clean, fair racing between the two.
Very good.
And the more they battle, look now, Jensen, JD, Savo, Bundy, Surjeet, they've all came to join the fight. So game on.
For this race win already. And we're not even 10 laps in this race, and there's already...
And I think Nelly's got the better drive out of turn 1. He's going to tuck right in behind Ryan Cut here. Pull to the outside. Just straight DRS move. Good on the brakes. Ryan Cut lets him go through. He's going to look for the drive. Ryan's going to have DRS in return. But I think Nelly's... Yeah, I was just thinking that myself. I think Nelly done well to get himself out the corner strong. So that full train of 5 guys all in DRS range now. I see Bundy snatching a lot of inside lockups. He'll need to be aware of that because he'll start to wear the tyres out very quickly.
He's just making a move on Rocking Kids, and I think that move is just said and done, but Rocking Kids coming back. But I don't think he's going to be able to make the move back. But that's enough position gone down for Rocking Kid, and unfortunately he's got special energy right behind him as well.
Pedro gaining round down at the back of the grid. Pedro up, trying to catch up with Green Meerkat.
Dr. Special Energy wasn't ready for that.
And if
he was keeping the inside. But Rocking Kid's now still on the track. That would be something probably looked at.
Oh, not so good there. I missed exactly what happened there.
Yeah, Rocking Kid at the inside looked like he was going in the pits, but Dr. Special Energy came up the inside and
Oh, not so good. Anyways, we move onwards. Vinelli still leading the race by half a second to Ryan Cut. It's followed closely half a second by JD Savo, who's also just about half a second in front of M Bundy, who have actually broke a small gap now. They're actually starting to break away from Sergi. Sergi
yeah,
got a lot of overtake in the tank though.
Yeah, they all got a bit of overtake actually. JD Savo and M Bundy, they both have 80%.
So I think looking at this kind of top 5, JD Savo looks worse off. He looks the guy running the airs to maintain at the pace of the front guys, and it's maybe not just quite the pace he's got in the car.
He's using the DRS to keep up with them. He's going to save the energy. And I think use the energy when if he could get up to second, he could use all the energy at one go past and try and break the DRS.
Yeah.
In one go.
But he's going to have to be cautious now, because JD Savo, with all he's hardly even touched his energy, so if he wants to send one,
he's on 100%. He's got to use a bit now. Surely he's going to use a bit. He's not. Back to 100% again. It's JD Savo. And then Bundy's going to be in the same situation coming the next few corners. And Serge back in the DRS, so the battle is back on for a top 5.
So Ryan is going to stick into this DRS.
Yeah.
I always say, even if you get the DRS over the start-finish straight, it's not the DRS when you want to make an overtake. This is the one, or you line them up here to get them down into turn 3.
So I just saw Ryan there pulling out of the slipstream of Nelly. Do you think he's having any temperature issues with tyres?
That is a good point. Maybe not giving him the grip that he wants fully.
Yeah, the following's become a bit harder in this game compared to last game, and M. Bundy's looking at the inside. He's not being able to move as he slots back into 4th.
Jelly and OTL Linnell having a good old squabble for P6. But I think they need to use the pace. Jelly and Linnell need to maybe just try and bunny hop each other and slowly pull themselves into that, because they can definitely get up to that gap. They are catching that lead pack.
Oh, I think that's Jelly in the pits. Yeah.
So Jelly Box, he's gone for an undercut. This looks like a one-stop.
No. What tyres would he go for? Hards or mediums? Mediums can do to the end.
If it's another 25 metre, yeah, possibly. I think it could be. Yep, he's gone in the hard, so that looks like a committed one-stop.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe looking to gain some time in that lead pack. So
yeah, when those guys pit,
yeah, and maybe flings an undercut, and hopefully by then his hard tyres are up to speed.
Or look at Mataman and Angie. Mataman's just made a move. Mataman really just gaining places every lap. Now he's up to P7, ahead of Maggi. And Blonde Sad, never saw much of him, but he's up 10 places from where he started. P9 at the moment.
So I think that's one of the biggest gainers. Oh, and Ryan Cuts hit the sausage cup coming out the last corner, and it bounced him way wide, and he's going to drop down to P4.
Yeah,
so pit window open for the one-stoppers. Or for the guys that want to go for the medium.
Nino on pits, he's on the hard tyres as well.
So Linnell maybe trying to cover off. Yep, that's what I was going to say. He's maybe trying to cover off Jelly, so we'll see where Jelly is in regards. And I think Jelly's going to get out in front just.
Yeah, just about.
Now you can see them both in shot now, and Jelly's through turn 1 as Linnell comes out the pits, and Linnell's going to be under pressure from Officer Duffy here. Oh, and it's going to be a drive to the line.
No, Vino's staying in there actually. And Vino.
Oh, and he's going to
very
send it,
late.
but that's too deep in the brakes. Officer Duffy's just going to sweep round, and away he goes. And I'm sure there'll be a wry smile between the two of them watching that go down.
Yeah. This battle is intensifying a bit now. JD Sabo is a bit far back from Nelly, but he's using his overtake.
So Ryan Cut comes in the pits. He's had enough. We'll see what tyres he goes for. I think it could be the medium. Yep.
Is that medium? Yes,
Yes.
it is.
So medium's on for Ryan Cut.
Sure, I reckon he'll get those to the end. 23 laps. But now, what Ryan's done, he's going to trigger a big poor decisions here.
Yes, I think you could
The
see.
top guys, and that's just a lap car of Mitch there. What was M. Lundy making a move or something, but at the moment. And it's a yellow flag in the final sector, it's Gingerbush.
Oh, and he's at the moment has picked up any damage, because he needs to go a full lap with that damage on board if that's the case. So I'm interested to see. Yep, Nelly's in, JD Savo's in, Bundy's in, Surge is in.
Ferrari double stack. Ferrari doing a double stack then. Oh,
and Sergi is lucky not to get a penalty there. And he's going to lose out massively.
Oh, he's going to wait, isn't he? There's a quick stop by his teammate though, which is fine, and the team is very quick.
No, that's not too bad, I guess. He's not been hurt too much. A few more seconds than ideally wanted, but... So yeah, Ryan Cut now, he's going to come back out in
They've all got past
P4.
Oh, that's not what Serge wanted. He's basic.
Oh, and he's lost out massively. Yeah, P11 now.
If there was no double step there, he would have been in P7.
So Mad-G and Matoman are two long distance guys on the harder compound tyres now lead the race. Are they going to do anything to try and prevent these front runners pulling away as quick as they want? Now remember, they have the right to defend as much track as they possibly want. They are racing for track position here.
This is just going to intensify the battle for the lead now, the net lead.
And I think Matoman will be good for another 4 or 5 laps probably, and I think Mad-G is good for maybe even 10. So these guys are not looking to get out of the way. Mad-G's going to be hard to overtake because he is the DRS and Matoman. So they need to be careful as well, because Envinelli's going to come at them hard on a fresher compound. So as well as their internal battle, they need to be careful of Nelly sticking his nose in. And here he comes. He's going to pull to the inside. Mad-G actually lost DRS there because he got in front of Matoman but couldn't get past him in the corner. But Mad-G's going to defend round the outside. Nelly sweeps up the inside, better grip in the tyre, and through he goes.
Yep, ran you hard.
Ryan Cut's going to try and sling up the inside. Oh, there's contact between the two. Contact between Ryan Cut and Mad-G.
Oh,
I think Ryan Cut maybe tried to poke his nose in there, but he's managed to not get damage, and he's still on track. He still holds an advantage to... Oh, and there's contact there.
Grapple again. Colliding with Lino a bit, he's fell down to 9th. That is awful for him. And Jelly sweep into P6. Team of the past, he's had a good track.
So Blood and Sun now pits. I think Matoman is going to be a sitting duck here. Envinelli is going to pull out, and through he goes. And it's looking to be another clinical drive for Envinelli. I think Glock, where is Glock? Glock's up to P13. He's took a stop. See what tyre he's on.
On the leader. He's a second quicker per lap than Envinelli. He's putting in all the stops here. A 106.2 at the moment, the fastest lap he's put in.
So he is trying his damnedest to get himself up that grid.
And he
Green
is.
Meerkat in
I
front.
reckon at the end of the race, he's going to be right there, and Ryan Cut and Lino, they're side by side through the... And there's a
Safety car.
safety car. Full safety car. And...
So interesting. Who's that
it's
gaining
Ginger
from the
Bush.
stop? I think
Ginger
Mad
Bush
G
has
as
lost
well
his
is
front
about to
wing.
benefit massively. Mad G and P4.
Nelly has to beat the safety car out. Does Nelly beat the safety car out? I think he has, just so it's going to be another lap for everyone. That is very lucky for Nelly, because if he did not beat that safety car out, you have to stick behind there and you'd be losing out too much there.
Yep. So they all need to stick to their delta. We've got a big clump. Ryan cut down to Dr. Special Energy, all in the pits. Pedro too. Mitch taking a free stop while they possibly can. Yeah, Matoman, huge gain, definitely, Mike.
Yeah,
strange one.
Got to make those tyres last.
I'm intrigued to know where that safety car came from, though.
Gingerbush lost his front wing somewhere. I saw him
Suspect
coming
debris
up
on
to
track
turn
then.
2 and 3. Saw him come up to turn 2 and 3. And he didn't have a front wing. I think he might have lost it at turn 1 or the final corner. So that's unfortunate for him.
So
But I'll tell you what though, Glock is right back in this fight now.
yes,
I'll tell you what, he should, if anything, go to a set of medium tyres again.
I don't think he wants to give up. He's got a big train of cars in front, 1, 2, 3, 5 positions he can gain just right there, so he can get himself inside that top 10. But obviously the grid's going to pack regardless, so I think track position for him.
Nelly and that carry on, Macho Man's going to be in a prime position here. And Mad G as well. Mad G, the highest medium runner, he's guaranteed to go to the end. Macho Man's going to save those tyres very well. If he can make those tyres last 17 laps, that'll be crazy. Rocking Kid is in the medium tyres.
Mad G take the mediums. I'm unsure, Michael. I think he can. I think the mediums will go, no problem.
Yeah, Mad G's
half race distance. I think that's the only issue. Can you gain enough early to get the damage in, so when you have the drop off near the end of the race, the hard guys are not just there on you? That is the key. The soft tyre, 18 laps. It's not impossible, but it's a big ask. I think it could be only maybe about 16 laps. I think they'll have a couple under the safety car. Well, the grid, maybe even only one more. I'll grab a quick restroom break while it's free.
Yeah, I reckon there's going to be another safety car lap. So, at the moment, current order, Nelly leads from Bundy, Jane Savile, Jelly, Lino, Serge, Matuman, Magi, Ryan Cup, Rocking Beard, Blunsan, F1 Sophie, Officer Doofy, Green Meerkat, Welcome. I just saw a little wall collision there. Pedro into the pits. So I think he may be changing to mediums. I think that's what he's going for, and yes, he is. So he hasn't got anyone behind him really. Both Gingerbush and Mitch in that safety car train, they're both being lapped by the leader, so Pedro has the opportunity there. He has to get back around. So he was in the train, so I think the safety car is going to come in this lap, because he was in the train when the safety car did come out. And is it going to come in? No, it's not. So Pedro just safe there. That is the order, and there's 5-second penalty. Mitch had a collision with someone, and the pack's backed up massively. Oh, Constantina are up there.
So I just came on there, I'm not sure exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well,
Two guys having to take pits, so.
So, at the moment, no penalties for the top three.
So, yeah,
No
I think something happened, and yeah, some guys lost some wing there on that queue. That's going to drop them down. So, Mike made a good point there in chat. Sir G, for all that loss in the double stack, he's right back in that top fight. Lee Nell as well. He can go to the end of that tyre, maybe sneaky sell into the podium. I think Jelly will be really happy with where he is.
The only driver or drivers to have a penalty at the moment, I think Serge got what? Serge has got one. He got on lap 1. He hasn't had anything else afterwards from that.
I don't think so.
A few 5-second penalties for collisions in the safety car. Yeah.
So safety car in this lap.
Only Serge with the 3 seconds. Some of them is the 5 seconds. So we're about to get racing again. Matterman's going to be right on it in those tyres.
So depending on the pace of Nelly here, I think the guys should get back onto the tail of the pack, the guys that had to take the wing stop. Just if they had to burn some else to get there, no, they've managed to keep it okay. So Envinelli's in control. He's going to be just a bit...
He's gone, I think.
No, not quite.
All going quite quickly.
And he's away now, he's away.
He never really backed that on up. As they all get going again, he's got a brilliant restart.
So he's managed to gain. So Jelly looking all over the back of JD Savo. Are they going to sling one? The guys file through. We've got Lee Nell pulled out of the slipstream of what I think is a back marker. And he's got to be careful, there's a Ferrari on his inside, but he's going to get through. Sergio's pushing hard.
Bit of a contact there on the rear tyre. He's got the Williams of Matterman right there as well. I think Matterman's going to get the pair of them. No, Matterman's going to get what I think Serge.
Matterman is utterly flying on these soft compound tyres. Look at the way he's catching up to the back of every single driver in this train.
He could win this race.
Oh, and there's somebody just went off. Jelly's had a big moment.
Oh, that's... Oh, and his car's stopped on track. And now he's going down again. Got a bit of end plate damage. I think he might have had contact with someone going through that. It might have been JD Savo, if I'm not wrong. And Glock's lost time as well. He's just lost places.
Oh, and there's a big lunge there from Maggi, but he manages to get the car slowed down. And look at this now, OTL, Lee Nell, Matterman and Sergi all in a little bit of a tangle. Sergi's going to pull out, he's going to try and send one, and this is going to be big contact. Yeah, and Sergi manages to keep the car straight. He's going to lose out a lot of time, and Sergi's lost out massively now. He's down to P8, and I'm amazed actually he's managed to pick up no damage. Oh, and there's a big lunge there for Rocking Kid on Maggi, and that's going to be in the face of Sergi, and Sergi's been pulled up by that contact. And that's going to plummet him right down the order. So Pedro now gaining a few. Pedro's all over the back as Dr. Special Energy and JB13 too. You see Mattoman now as well. Sorry, Jensen all over the back of Lee now. He needs to get a move on in these soft tyres and try and get them into clean air.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate for Serge of getting caught up with that McLaren.
And OTL. Lee Nell's straight line speed is insane. Mattoman just pulled out for the toe there, and it was like his car hit a brick wall. He just stopped gaining.
Well, Lee Nell's got a bit of a toe in front of him as well, and
here's a big snap.
Exit. Come on, this is the opportunity, but Lee Nell's still going quicker. He doesn't even have much of a toe. He's still staying there. He's locked up. Matterman's going to have the line. He's going to have the outside line. He's going to have a lot more grip. He should be able to stick it around the outside. And he just does, I think. Lino can't stick it there. So, Matterman up to 4th after that. Now he's got JD Savo in front of him. And there's a big gap to Bondi in front.
So do you think here that Matoman's just took a punt, Jensen, and hope that these soft tyres will do what he needs to do to get him to the end of the race and get him through these positions?
Well, with the safety car, I think he's doing 16 full racing laps, and at the moment he's in slipstream with J.D. Savo's not going to use his energy yet. He's going to wait.
And the guys have not been shy. J.D. Savo, Bundy, Nelly, they are pretty much every day after that is really straining ERS to try and gain on the car in front. And we did say before the race that once you get in that DRS train it becomes a very, very long and tricky race. As Ryan Cutt and Lee Nell now having a go, as I think Ryan Cutt got through, so Lee Nell's dropped back down to P6. Driver of the day, Jensen, I guess that's something we need to start looking at too.
Oh, that's going to be a very hard one. With all the things that have happened, it's going to be very hard to see, but we have to wait until the end of the race for that. At the moment, my one would be Matsuman.
Yes, especially if he can keep himself within that top 5. I think that's been a splendid drive.
He's going to lose his chance at J.D. Savo there, and
he's going to need to be careful because Ryan Cutt's maybe going to send one here. Nope, he chooses better of it. So we have Nelly from Bundy, Savo P3, Matoman 4, Ryan Cutt 5, Lee Nell 6, Mad G7, Green Meerkat 8, Duffy 9, JB 13 10, Dr. Special Energy 11, Glock P12, Sophie 13, Blood and Sand 14, Pedro 15, Surge 16, Rocking Kid 17, Gingerbush P18, Mitch P19. Unfortunately lost Jelly midpoint of the race just after safety car restart. Small contact sector 2. Or just maybe in sector 3. And he retired in the pit lane. So Matoman now got a clinical run in JD Savo. He's going to pull out. Now this is what I was saying. Is turn 1 where you want to make a move? I'm not so sure. He's maybe quite, I don't know, he's not got DRS.
Yeah, JD Savo's got past him. He's backing off for the DRS here, but he's got the McLaren coming back around the outside. Oh, Ryan's not going to get the run though. He's got on the curb.
I'm unsure there exactly.
No, he is going to get the run actually. He's going to go for it. Down the inside.
Oh, he's going to go too deep here, I think. Oh, and Matoman's got a great cutback on Ryan Cutt as he clips the grass. Matoman cuts back through, takes the position back on the inside.
Matoman's close to losing that DRS. JD Savo needs to keep close. Battling like this, he can't.
So the back marker's doing absolutely no favours for the front running guys, but that is the thing of ghosting. They'll just need to be careful because they maybe pick up a penalty for staying in the pack too long. And is Ryan Cutt going to come back at Matoman here? He's got a tremendous drive. He's going to send it on the inside. Oh, and Ryan Cutt just squeezed the door over there. Matoman going to push to try and come back through. He's going to send one down the inside again. Yes, he is. Oh, and there's contact. But both drivers managed to keep the car on track.
Yeah, Ryan, a bit aggressive on the defence there. He should have left a bit of space there, but lucky enough, they're both still racing, both in the same places.
Let's see this here. We have Duffy from Glock, from GB13, Green Meerkat. There is a big battle here. If we
Madgy's lost it. Madgy's lost it at turn 8, and he's 14th.
Oh!
Got big damage, and he's in the way of Pedro there.
Yeah, and I think that's picked up damage for Pedro.
Yeah, he goes in the pits as well. It's starting to get a bit more duller now.
Are we going to see 8 laps to go? Could we see a small sprinkle? Who knows? As Sophie pulls to the inside, the Dr. Special Energy. Small tap just to say, hello, I'm here, coming through. And through she goes. Can she get herself into that top 10? And regain and recover back to the position he started. Officer Duffy now up round the outside the JB13. We got a good view of that for Sophie behind. He's going to maintain the inside line back right. JB13's just got a better drive. Duffy tucks back in behind. JB13 will hold on for now. We've got Glock all over the back of Green Meerkat as well. He's going to drive hard here.
Oh,
he's going to use overtake.
Really dull now.
He's going to pull to that inside line. Green Meerkat needs to be careful. As Matoman pits, so yep, as we thought would maybe happen, Matoman's tyre is not going to see it out.
Now take notice of Green Meerkat. He's got a 3-second penalty.
So Officer Duffy looking here to be one of the biggest gainers in our race. If he can stay on Green Meerkat, but he has been chased hard from F1. Sophie is utterly on a charge at the end of this race. She pulls to the inside, and another one done down into the hairpin turn 2. So that's 2 laps, 2 positions, same corner. She's on a charge.
Lots of overtakes this race. Glock up to
P5. But Lee Nell's got the better drive on the cutback. I think Glock's going to try and commit on. He's touched the front axle. Glock's managed to hold a bit, but that's going to drop him back down. Everybody's going to file through now. Glock's going to lose out even more time. Oh, and he's in the wall.
That is just... I've never seen any more bad luck than that. That is just absolutely awful for Glock.
And Duffy needs to pit. And he retires from the session.
That is very strange, that.
That is an interesting one. So going on from there. So we have, I'm not sure exactly what's happened there. Yeah. We will go onwards to the end.
At the moment, Nelly leading by 2.5 seconds for M. Bundy. So that seems to be our confirmed top 2 already, as long as this race keeps on going. Ryan, or JD Savo over the back of him now.
Oh, and JD Savo's going to get a better run here because Ryan can't hit that sausage cup again.
Yeah, and JD Savo has the energy attack.
So can he get the lunge? Mataman with the fastest lap of the race in a 5.8, and he will be making moves. 8 seconds down in his next position, so we'll keep an eye on how he catches up in 5 laps.
Mad cheating fast up there, trading lows as fast as that point.
Dr. Special Energy and Blood and Sand have gained massively. I don't know if...
no! And it's Lino is spun out of turn 7, I think, or turn 6. And he's lost out massively. That promotes
highly unfortunate for Lino.
Got Special Energy, and Mataman.
F1 Sophie going to get herself up into P5 now. She is on an absolutely tremendous drive at the end of this race. And she is fast becoming the driver of the day, in my opinion, with this.
Oh no, Green Meerkat's lost it out of turn 1. He recovered, but he's lost out a lot. He's got the Special Energies over the back.
Can JD Savo get himself onto that podium position? 4 laps to go. Glock says, taken out 4 times, turned in multiple times. Joke, I'm sorry. I think you've always got to leave it for the stewards. I think under the heat of the moment, you can maybe look at it as, oh, I had fair game there, but maybe when they look at it, they maybe feel that it was opportunistic. I don't know. As I say, we just cast our opinion on the situation.
JD Savo, I think he's lost the DRS. No, he has still got it. He's gonna have DRS this lap to keep it on Ryan Cut, but Ryan Cut's starting to get the gap here that he needs.
So I think it's really a fight for P3 there, and then F1 Sophie and Dr. Special Energy now. Yellow flag sector 2, that's, yeah. And McLaren has spun.
The lead is coming right up on him.
Oh, and I think his tyres are just gone. The tyres are dead.
Yeah, he spun once. Tries to be up too much.
He's doing his best not to pull out in front of the guys, which is fair play to him. Vanelli cracking on 3-second lead.
Yeah, the battle P5 is not over though. Got special energy all over the back. I reckon Sophie with 3 laps to go.
So after all that overtaking Sophie has done to get herself into this position, can she fend Dr. Special Energy off to the end of the race to get herself inside that top 5? It's been a bit of a cutthroat drive from Sophie in the last kind of 10 to 12 laps. She's been very, very clinical.
Here comes Dr. Special Energy though, it's getting toe and
she's going to defend the inside line. Small bump, she leaves the space, but she's going to fend them off for that lap. So,
there's 2 more to go after this. Here comes Vinelli across this line.
And I think this is our closest gap now on track at the moment.
4 laps to go.
So Sophie does have a bit of a ERS advantage to Dr. Special Energy, so she's going to be able to use that to defend.
That's Mitch ahead, she's going a bit wide behind the corner. Running low.
And that might help Sophie out because she might get some DRS. No, not quite close enough to get DRS off the back marker. So Dr. Special Energy here now, he is straining a bit on the ERS.
He's really losing. He's going to gain a lot in the braking zone. The heavy braking zones are good. A heavy braking zone coming onto the straight, and I don't think he's going to do it this lap. He's going to have enough energy surely next lap here to possibly go for another move. And
so can he mount a charge? They're pretty much even now on the ERS deploy. Mondays managed to pull out a few tenths to Nelly, but as Nelly goes on his fast lap, unless he makes a big mistake, I think he is our winner this evening, and he will take the back-to-back in OTL.
Yeah, great start to the season. As that was carrying on still.
Ginger Bush with the fastest lap of the race, so he's looking for some extra points.
Yeah, Dr. Special Energy is either go for one, no. He's not glad the exit as well, so I think that is done and dusted for P5 at the moment. And MP Nelly might go for fastest lap here. 5 times up. So far on his personal best, which is a 6.5. So we don't know. We find a corner, MP Nelly.
He's pushing hard, he's going to be close. He's going to be close.
In Austria.
Does a 5.8, does his personal best.
And MP Nelly extends that championship lead.
Oh, and Ryan got in front of JD in the end, but JD gets the position back on time penalties.
Yeah.
And F1 Sophie, that that for me there, Jensen, the last 15 laps. She went from P12 to P5.
All overtakes. Well, it's good.
All overtakes, yep, ruthless. Good job, I think, as well for Lean Elf to be up where he was and then have that big spin to keep himself inside the top 10. I think happy with that.
I mean, Ryan, even without that 5.
So let me see if I can get the guys in for a quick chat. In Vinelli, we had, who else? JD Savo. How are we spelling M Bundy's name? The cheeky underscore. The cheeky underscore. So there I have the 3 invited. We'll get them in for a quick chat. But yeah, solid driving from Nelly up front. Another solid drive for Bundy to get himself another P2. And JD Savo getting himself, Ryan cut 8 seconds in penalties in the end, so he was never really going to threaten the podium. But he gave it a good goal.
After JD Savo missing out on the podium last week. So that's good stuff from him to get back up there. Thanks for joining.
So will we get the full crew this evening? Good evening, Bundy.
Evening.
There's JD Savo. And I don't know if Nelly will join. We will see. The invite's there anyway. We'll just start with our P3 man, JD Savo. Happy with your race?
Evening, lads. Yeah, completely. I did not expect that from where I qualified. But I'll take that every day of the week.
I think, I don't know if you've noticed, behind you's kind of front 5, but there's quite a lot of drama unfolding. You were kind of just in your own little world, kind of. Yeah, I think your pace compared to the others. And then Ryan at the end, did you know he had the penalties? He was holding the penalties?
Yeah, I did. So I thought I'm not going to fight him too much, and then just try and stay with him best I can. But like for the last four laps or so, I was just unleashing like this loads of pace. So I was using everything I could. Like, I ran out of fuel just on the line.
Still, you put it on the line and done what you had to do. Obviously, knowing you get penalties, sometimes it's better just to be safe than sorry. I think over pushing, especially Austria, the last couple of sectors, it's very easy, as guys showed today, very easy just for the rear to snap and race over.
Yeah, it was quite difficult today as well with the back markers, because...
Yes, I was saying that in comms, they were doing no favours.
No, I could barely see braking points. Like, it was just difficult. Obviously, you know, I don't know the rules, but it could have been easier, put it that way.
Yeah, I do agree. But anyway, congratulations on the P3. First podium, I'm sure you'll get more. I think you showed you've got the pace to get a podium, so maybe even a win or two as well.
If you stay out of trouble, that's the main thing.
That's it. Bundy, P2.
Hello.
Another P2.
Another P2, yeah.
Nelly just had that little bit of pace that kept him out in front.
Yeah, I struggled in the under the softs at the start. We were just like in a DRS train, so
yes.
I couldn't go anywhere. And then after the safety car.
Yeah. Did you feel at any point Nelly was catchable?
Restart. After the safety car restart, I thought maybe, because I was keeping that 1 second, but then I had a couple of mistakes, and then yeah, he just pulled the gap.
It was I was hoping that you could get there and just push
I
up
was hoping to as well.
a little bit more and just kind of take it to Nelly, because I think
Yeah.
you two are showing the potential. Like, if you can just get together on track, it could really be something exciting.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I had
hopefully
some good
next
battles
week.
anyway. I had some good battles with JD and Ryan Cut, so yeah, it was all good fun.
It looked a good race. It's definitely another good race to use. OTL boys seem to be full of excitement and not failed to send one, which is
Yeah.
good to watch. So congratulations on your P2.
Thank you.
And Nelly, are you here? Congratulations from last week and this week. I'll say that since we didn't get to talk to you from last week. But more on this week. That was... sorry, carry on. You were pretty clinical. Got the early gap you needed to get. I think once you break the DRS, it becomes quite easy to control at Austria. And once you got in front, I think, yeah, I don't think you were going to let yourself be caught. Yes. So you drove, as I say, you drove clinical. I think you're hot becoming a favourite to just keep winning. We'll see if next week somebody can get... Where do you race next week? I am not sure. We'll need to figure that one out. Jensen, do you have any questions for the guys? Is Jensen here?
Not really much. Really, congrats to all three of you guys. Really exciting race. As you expect from Austria, everyone was so close, and there wasn't really, there wasn't really much of a boring moment at all the way to the end, which is good to see. So yeah, good job from all three of you guys, and yeah, congrats to Nelly as well, 2 wins in the bounce.
So before we end, Jensen, we have driver of the day. I think just because of the clinicalness of her driving, 7 positions in 8 laps on pure overtaking, I think to get herself into P5 for my pick would definitely be Sophie. I don't know about you, but...
Yeah, it was a solid drive in the final stint, which was exactly where you want to use those overtakes right at the end. It's the best opportunities right at the end of the race. So yeah, P5 from P12 after that. Yeah, it's fair enough.
So on that note, guys, Sophie is driver of the day. Well done again to our top 3, Nelly, Savo and Bundy, and they will be back same time next week. Take care.